And of course, this is crooked. Right? Oh, my phone is not. Sorry, here, trying to make sure there. I think that's a little better. Not great. All right, sorry, I never can get my everything straight in the camera. Because what I see. Anyway, hopefully that's good. I don't want to make anybody dizzy if I don't have to. But anyway, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. Go to my webpage, stamperoundthetable.stampinup.net, and there you will see find out information about me and some events I'm having, classes, things like that. You can go and you can see the products that we have, and right now it is our last chance sale. This is the last week for the annual catalog, because next week on the 3rd our new annual catalog goes live. So really up until the 2nd of May is the very last day, and it is as supplies last. So there may be some things that you were hoping to get that may not be available. I don't know, you just have to go and look. And so this week I'm going to show some last chance items, and so just to kind of make sure that you get your orders in for those things if that's something you want. If you are interested in having a party, which we call those workshops, you can sign up through my website. You can reach out to me. If you would like to join my team and get the perks of being a demonstrator, you don't have to do videos if you don't want to. You don't have to hold classes. You can even just do it just for yourself to save some money on some of the items that you like and use all the time. Any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out to me. All right. So today I decided, I was really debating what did I want to do, and I decided this week this week I'm going to do something different each of the days that I videotape. Today I'm going to talk about the Grain of Fortune. Now this happens to be in our mini catalog, so this one is actually available until the end of June, and as supplies last. But I thought I still would show you that, because starting next month I'm going to really, like for May, I'm really going to focus on our new items. Okay, so I just thought so I will show you some different things. So there'll be a mixture, some from the annual catalog, which is that the last time to get any of those things is May 2nd, and then at least this from the mini catalog, which is till the end of June. Okay, so here's the stamp set. It has a crane, it's got these flowers, there's a little bit of a shadow here, some little greenery, and some like little, I don't know, fireflies or something, some little critters. It says, wishing you a lifetime of happiness in a world full of love, much luck and good fortune, sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day. And then it does also have a coordinating die set that comes with it. This cuts out, you can stamp and cut out the crane, stamp and cut out the flowers. And then I didn't do a storyboard, but I did cut a few things out to show you. Okay, so for example, this, I stamped and cut out this guy. Let me bring out the white, and it'll look better on my piece of white paper here, but so here's this guy stamped and cut out. Okay, then this cuts flowers out, so that's stamped and cut out there. Okay, now I didn't do all these. This would be when you stamp out. Here, let me just try it this one. This would stamp out these guys. So I'll just do that. Okay, so that you would put that on like this. Okay, and that would cut those guys out. All right, and then the other one I didn't do was this one. Oh, I got a little line around the, push a little too hard, and see this would cut this out. If I was going to cut that out, it wouldn't matter that I have this there, because that would cut it off. But anyway, okay, and then these cut out, this cuts out these. So I did it in two colors. I did it in Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. Let's see which of these show up on the, oh yeah, that'll show there too. And then this, so that's, this is this, these are this one. Okay, move this up just a little bit so you can maybe see better. It's got to stay there. Will these show here? Just want to make sure it's still in my camera view for you. Yeah, I think so. And then there's two littler ones. So here's these and here's these. So I cut them in a couple colors. This one and this one. Just because I did want to show you, I just, okay. So yeah, I think each of those show. If I move them over to get a little more space. Okay. So I could do it just like this. All right, so that you can see it a little better, hopefully. Yep. So there's all of those. All right. And it does have a ribbon, which I've been doing so many things lately, and I misplaced the lovely ribbon. And oh, I did just think about it. Actually, maybe it's right here. Let me just take one quick look. One place I forgot to look. And I think it's there. It is. Yay. Silly me. If I can get a hold of it. It's under something, so it's a little... Okay. Here's the ribbon that comes with this. Okay. It's Soft Succulent. No. Yeah, Soft Succulent. And then it also has these polished dots with it. Okay, and I'll show you the paper that comes with it, the designer series paper. Okay, so I really like the paper a lot. So if I can get a hold of it here, there's one side, and then the other side, this side, and that side. I like the one side. I like it, just kind of, I always like gold, so that's kind of striking there. But I really like this. Then there's this one, which I like those flowers, but on the other side, gold. This and this. This and this. So see, there's gold on on each paper. One side has gold on it, the other side doesn't. Just, I hope that's kind of upside. Well, I guess, does it go that way? I don't know, maybe. And that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. And you get two of each of those, and they're double-sided, as you can see. Now the colors that they recommend for this are Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Crumb Cake, and Smoky Slate. And I would just say, because sometimes there's another color that I feel might go with it, especially when they have more than, a bunch of different colors together in something. Sometimes, oh, and gold also. I didn't pull gold out. That's another color, obviously, in here. But sometimes there'll be another color that you might feel could go go with it. And I was just trying to see. Like this right here, the background, I didn't pull it. Let me just see right here. It almost reminds me of Sahara sand, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Sahara sand's just a little darker, but so you could use Sahara sand with it if you wanted. So, because they're saying crumb cake, which is fine too, but in the background is a little lighter, so that's why I thought maybe Sahara sand, and it does look like it could go with that if you wanted. So sometimes you just have to look, you know, and see if you really like what's in there. And on this one, this paper, there's a little bit of black too from in the bird. So, you know, different things you don't necessarily have to use exactly what they say. Here, wait a minute. I'm going to put these so I don't lose anything. Put these quickly back on here. And then I'll show you also, I didn't do that when I was bringing with the paper when I had it out here. Over there. That, I think that's it. That, grab it here somewhere. I just had it. This, I wanted to show you the big cranes here. This does not really cut. See, it doesn't cut it out there. It's different. I don't know how well you can see, but because it's in white, their legs are together on there, and it's smaller, and yeah, it just doesn't. So sometimes you can cut out the paper that they have with it, and sometimes you cannot. And let me just see. This, however, the flowers, you can cut out using this. Okay. Now it's interesting to me because when you stamp it, oh, maybe that was supposed to be green. I bet that was supposed to be green. It's kind of hard to see. And how I did this was I'll try it again here and see if I can figure it out. Where do I have the... And this is a pretty good size stamp. So I needed to get one of my bigger blocks in E. Now let me see right here. So if I can figure this out, I'll just ink it all over that and then take the marker. Now here I can really see right here. I didn't do such a good job maybe before, but here's, if you hold it, if you get it just right, you can see where you might want the stems there. So they're kind of etched on there because it's a, what they call a, what do they call this? A distinctive stamp. So this is where what was green. So you got this flower, here's, I'm going to leave the end of it. Okay, so I think that's it. And then you kind of do what they call huff on it. You breathe on it because the Calypso coral might have dried a little bit. So yeah, it was, but oh, I kind of like it. This one came out a little lighter than what I had before. But so you can see then the green shows up, and I did kind of hurry it a little bit so you could take your time. But so see here, you got these, you got this, and then the leaf is here. So if you wanted, you could kind of even maybe after you stamp it. I never tried it after I stamped it, but you could maybe do that also. Okay. Oh, and this one down here might be green also. I should have paid a little more attention when I was stamping, I guess, but there, like that, if you want to add a little green to it. All right, so, all right. So I have a couple of cards that I already made, and then I'm going to put together a couple other ones here. I'm going to put this in here, though, so I don't, because I'm not going to be die cutting anything while while we're live here. Just put it in my, all right. So, told you I like this paper. Okay, so this paper, and actually on these cards, I have two cards. I use both sides of this, well, this paper, and where's the other one? Aha. No, here it is. Okay. So this has those heron, or yeah, the whatever they are. They're not herons, they're cranes on the back. And this is this paper, and I really like that paper a lot. And I thought, what do I want to do? So I did cut that out of this. And then I took my finger dauber with just a little bit of Evening Evergreen, and I did just lightly go around the edge of that. And I wanted it really to stand out more, so I cut a circle from our layering circles in the Evening Evergreen to go behind, and I made a card base of Evening Evergreen. And what I might do on the inside of this, let me just look here. I do have some things that here. See, because that Sahara sand is very close to that. So on this card, I may just do that, and it's light enough to stamp on. Okay. And I may put a little bit of a flower in there. But just to show you, it doesn't necessarily have to be white, although it could. It does have white on it. It's going to look okay to put white on the inside. But this is light enough that you could do that and just stamp your inner sentiment on that. Then I'd use this paper, and these are both cut out from here. Okay. And I used the back of this for the background here. This I stamped on Smoky Slate. This I stamped on Crumb Cake. Okay. And each of these I did like this. I did a little bit with green around there. This I did a little bit with the Calypso Coral. This I did with a finger dauber. This I just took the edge and I just pounced it. Like, see if I can show you with this. I just opened this was open. I just did like this around the edge. And especially when they're flat, it'll give you some color like that. Okay. So this was just a piece of leftover from trimming down something else. And this I did use the postage stamp, which I think I'm not sure if that's retiring or not. And I have my book right here, Retiring Things, but I don't want to take the time right now to look. I didn't think about that, or I would have done that. And then on the inside of this one, I probably would do just put a piece of white, basic white inside, because there's enough. Or the other color, which I didn't think about this before, that lighter color. Let me see, does it look like... Oh yeah, so see, you could also use Blushing Bride. So if you wanted, see if I have a Blushing Bride. I have a little, yes, I do have one. I have these little boxes, I'll just show you. And I have one that I put like little layers in, and I have one that I put card bases in. And I don't have quite every color in here, but I got quite a few, and I find it just helps me when I am putting cards together, especially if I'm trying to decide what I want to do with my card, like getting ready for a class. It's just nice to just have them there, and I can just grab them. But anyway, so see, here's what, if you wanted, you could even do the pink on the inside because it's out there. Or, as I did before, you could put the white on. So it's whatever I just wanted to show you there's some options there with what you can do. Okay. So what I thought I would, did they fall on the floor? 1 second. They did fall down on the floor. Let me grab everything that fell. It's probably more than what I need, but I'll grab it all anyway. Just in case. Okay. So I decided I wanted to, do I have the other here? Did I lose it? No, here it is. So I thought, let me just try something with this paper with the cranes on it. I'm going to fold this over so there's still a little bit. I'm not going to put the other side up because I realized the grid can make the camera do some weird things. So this paper, it was this this on the back. So see, that would be a nice background too for something, but I wanted to use these cranes flying, and I just have a couple of card fronts. I'm not sure which one I want to use. And then this, there's the back of that, which also would be another lovely. And this, if you wanted, which I thought of this after I cut it, actually. Let me get the piece I cut over here. You could even, if you wanted, even just kind of maybe freehand it, but cut like around here and just have a little, like a little scene. Okay, so that could be kind of interesting. But anyway, so this is. So what I thought I would do on here is, and I think I might do this one. I think I like it better having two of them. And I'm just going to show you this one. Sometimes you can just let your, and then you put whatever glue you want, whether you want a lot of people like, some people use glue, some people use tape runner. See, just like this. It's very plain. It could be very serene. And I was thinking I would put on, and in this one, you could do it. I just want to look at this closer. Yeah, that's black. So I think if you wanted, you could do it in the evening evergreen, but I think I'm going to do that in black because the birds themselves are black. There, just want to open. And so this would be one that you could just do even just like this. So that's a very simple card, okay? I think it was last week it wasn't last week. The week before I did some basic stamping. Somebody had asked me about that. This is a basic stamping. If there's paper you like, you could do something like this. Just use that on the front of your card and just stamp in like this, because that gives you a nice open space to put that. If you wanted, then you could add some of this to it. You don't have to. You could maybe put a bow somewhere. I'm not sure exactly on this one where I'd put the bow, but you could, or a knot. Even sometimes a bow's too much. And actually this could be almost, sometimes we struggle with masculine cards, but you could even sometimes just do a knot someplace. Okay. I'm not going to add it. But this, I'm going to leave this because it is a simple stamping. Stamp, ink, and paper only. And so that's not, but that is a way that you could step up a little bit if you're a beginner and you didn't want to get into some of the other stuff. Just get a paper that you like, cut it down to the front, whatever size you want in the front of your cardstock, and put that, and then just put your little, just stamp a little greeting right there. Okay, then I had some other ready here. Is this it? This is it. Then I thought I would do one with this. Make sure I got it going the right way, at it backwards. And again, very simple. This one though, I wanted to do, actually I think I'm going to do this. I just want to, before I glue everything down, I just want to kind of lay some things out here and just see how I like it. Maybe even just, so funny, these cranes, like they're almost like they're dive bombing. So I think I might want to do something like this. And maybe even, that'd be too much for that too on it, but if you wanted, you could have, just to kind of offset them just a little bit. See if I can get this the way I want it. So that's kind of neat too. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, now we do have adhesive sheets that you can put on the back of the paper before you cut it out if you want. Or especially if you have a silicone mat like we have here, there's a couple things you can do with this. You could use your tape runner and just do like this, because then it's gonna stick, okay, and it won't stick to there. It sticks to here, but it doesn't, it does wipe off there. Or you could put little dots like this around, littler than I was doing there. Sometime there, it's a little better. Or another thing you can do also is put a little puddle on here and get a sponge, and we do have sponges, and then just do this over the back. Okay, like that. Just a light. And then they'll just, so there's 3 different ways you can, and a 4th one is if you want the to put the sticky on the back of the paper, which actually I'm doing this a little backwards. I should have this on here first, and I'll just show you with the glue, because the other I did a tape runner, but the glue you just do a little, don't put too close to the edges, and just, and I better check this again, yes. So often I end up turning that the wrong way, and then it wants to open backwards. Okay, so now, whoop, I'm going to put these, I'm going to do kind of how I did before, put the dark on the bottom, and then, so it's almost like a shadow. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like that. So that's a little different, something just a little different. Okay. And if you wanted a little more over here like this, you could even do that, but I feel like it might be a little too much. And then on here, I'm going to get some of my scrap paper here that I have. Like whatever's left from when I cut out other things I have here. So let me see, I think, what do I want to say on here? I think this one. So do I have, oh, not that one. Okay, and I can trim it down. So actually what I'm going to do is, I think, where's the white that I had before? I'm gonna stamp it in soft succulent. So I'm gonna put this where you can see it, I hope. When I first stamped it, I thought, oh, did I not get enough ink on, because it looked light, but then it does get a little darker as it dries. And this can just, you don't have to, you can use a punch. If you had a punch that you liked, you can also, now, but a lot of times I'll just show you how I line this up. Now here's where it cuts, and then depending on how much room I want above it, there. Actually, I like the bottom maybe needs a little more on it than I want. So let me just look here. If I put that, I just want to see about where I had it. Okay. Think about there. Hope it moved on me, but that, yeah, I didn't get it. I better turn it around. I want just a little bit off here. And I should have actually, instead of going that long way, I should have trimmed this down Here, silly me. This a little narrower actually, because it's going to go on that darker green piece. There. That's how I can do it. So what I'm doing is putting this right where that ridge is. You can just barely see it right here. I'm putting the inside of it. Oop, I moved it. Try it one more time there. And then, is this big enough? I can take just a smidge more off here. And then I'll put this there on there. And I can trim it. So I try to have just about the same amount. So there's my, hopefully you can see this. I had it over to the side. Okay, so I'm putting the edge of the dark green right, here's the, so I put it right up to that. And so I look and I see the white then is just on this little section. Hopefully I think I got just right there. And then that gives me just that little, so that's how I use, it's a little hard to see here. Maybe if I put a darker color like this under it. Let me just see. Whoop. So I pull it off here without meaning to. Okay. Whether you can see better or not. But there's because of how this is made here, there's like a ridge here. There's little like ridges or lines. And so I use those to line up the edges of things. So like that's the very outer edge. But the one I just did, I lined it so that the white was right at the edge of this green, right here, that one. And so then when I cut it off, it gave just a very little, so you could do like this one. There's different places like that you can move it over and to get a thicker or thinner edge. Okay, so that's one of the things I do here. Now let me see where I want this. I guess I think I kind of want it here, and I'll just I will pop this up. I may just hide that bird. I don't know. Let me see. So I'm going to use my dimensionals. Yeah, I think I will, even though it's because otherwise where am I going to put it? I don't know that's going to look right anywhere else. Although that might not be bad there, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this right here, a little bit over. I'm just going to do here and here. So I like that, because I don't want to try and put it on this side over the leaves. Yeah, I think I'm going to do like that. So you still see the birds up here. Okay, and this one I am going to do a little bow for you, just so you can see. There. See if I can pull it tight there. There. And then where's my scissors? Right here. So you could do this bow. You could also make it a knot if you wanted. So I think I want this to go this way. I'll put this right here. It almost looks kind of big, doesn't it? Part of it's because the bow is the size of the ribbon. That might be a little better. See if I can get a little smaller here. Usually if you just kind of tug on the ends and then just keep playing with it till you get it there. I think I like that better. So that means I got to trim these off a little more because these are going to be too long to make it really look right. Unless you really want a long one, then you can. Want a really long, then you can. There, I think I like that better. Okay, now just going to use one of our glue dots. I feel that the glue dots, at least for me, the glue dots feels like they hold the ribbon better than some of the other. Here, wait, I don't have this there. Just realized it's like folded up there a little. Oh well, it'll be all right. Hope I pulled it a little too much now, didn't I? There. Okay, that goes right there. I'm still not sure that I. There. I may need a second one on this. Sometimes you need more than. Oh, I might have got it up a little high. That might be why. There, let's try it again. There, that's better. Okay, there's that. And then I probably will also put a little bit of these on, a little bit of, just a little bit of pinkish in them to give a little bit of color. Maybe do a couple over here and get a hold of it. Anyway, so there's that one. And on this one, again, you could put white on the inside. Oops, put the white on the inside. This one, I think I might do that. The other thing is you could do, you could do, maybe, if I have one, to show you, the soft succulent on the inside also, because that's the lighter green. Hope that's a little bit, I'd have to trim that down, obviously, but you could do that color on the inside, but I kind of think I might like white on this one. Well, that's not the right white, but anyway. I have one here. Here I go. Oh, it's got stuff on it. What does it have on it? Okay. I think I do like the white on the inside of this. Okay. So there we go. So here's the offerings for today. Let me move some stuff out of the way, clear the decks here so we can really see the stuff a little better. Let me just do it this way so it'll come over. Yeah, there. Those all go that direction. This goes this direction there. So let me see, are they all in the picture? No, not quite. This. Now hopefully it is pretty close anyway. Let's do this. There, now you can see them. Maybe up too high. Are they up too high? Okay, right there. Okay, I will have a still on down below. And so really all of these, just a quick, all I did really was I let the paper do most of the work for me, and then I just added a little extra. This one only stamping. This, and then these I did some, these I cut out flowers from the paper. You could stamp them and cut them out too if you wanted. These I cut out using the dies. Okay, and then a little bit of a ribbon on this one. Okay, so it's all fairly simple, and the sizes are, just in case somebody's new, the card base itself. It's just half a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. 8.5 this way, scored at 4 1/4 this way, 5.5 this way. Okay, so the front is 4 1/4. The front, when it's folded, the whole front is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So this paper is 4 by 5 1/4. That's what these are right here. Okay, these or just a little smaller. It's 5 by 3 3/4. And the same here, 5 by 3 3/4. All right, and then the same for the inside. You can either do the 5 1/4 by 4, or you can do the 5 by 3 3/4. Whatever you like. However much of the color you like showing around it is really what determines the size that you use. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. I hope that you all have a good week. I have started sharing these over on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube and watching this later, I'd appreciate a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't aren't a subscriber, if you would subscribe to me, I would appreciate that. Here on Facebook Live, I will be back with another Facebook Live on Friday, and I see my camera's crooked here again, and I will be have another YouTube tomorrow night, Wednesday, at 7:30. And I won't be doing more with this set, but this week I'm doing something different, one of the different sets each week, each day, that are retiring. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, everyone, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye bye.